Hello and welcome to a special edition of Brick Clips. Boy, do we have a story for you tonight. So many men and women have given their lives to the brick industry. So many of them have so many wonderful stories to tell that many times go unnoticed. We've started what we call the Brickman's Hall of Fame, where we pick 4 to 5 people every year from all parts and fields of the industry, whether it's manufacturing or sales or distributor ownership, that we will induct yearly into the Brickman's Hall of Fame to tell their story, share their thoughts and loves and things that they see that it might be changes or interesting that we hope that you will find also interesting. We hope you enjoy.
I did a little bit of everything starting out. I jigged brick, I hacked brick, worked all over the plant. I went through Texas A&M through the School of Architecture and Construction.
It was the first time I sold a million brick. When I actually wrote an order, it had 1 million brick on it.
Oh wow!
That was a real high.
Their type of mining was totally different than Belden. Belden's was pretty unique because the raw material come out of the same vein. Shale, red burning shale, and buff burning fire clay come out of the same pit. So,
tunnel kills a lot more efficient. Your handling was different because periodic kills is all hand fed in there. You hand load them and stuff, and very labor intensive to do that. Versus now you've got your big dinosaurs loading your cars and stuff, and the human hand doesn't hardly touch them.
Now we go on to the next inductee. This should be another treat for you. We're going to go to Tyler, Texas, to the East Texas Brick Company. And we're going to see our buddy at Brick Clips, Buddy. Let's watch. Hello, I'm Don Foster with Masonry Cosmetics, and welcome to another episode of Brick Clips. We're located today in Tyler, Texas, at the East Texas Brick Company. And I'm with a gentleman I've become very fond of over the years. I can, in fact, call him a buddy. And his name is Buddy Gresham of the East Texas Brick Company. Buddy is not only just the vice president of East Texas Brick, but he's also the general manager. Buddy, welcome to our show.
Thank you. Thank you.
I want to share a little bit about Buddy's, where you guys get to know him a little more as we have. And I'm going to take you back in time before Buddy actually got into business. I want to talk just a little bit, Buddy, about your dad. Talk a little bit about your father and your father's background, and then I want to bring that into what brought you into the business after that.
All right. My dad, Luke Gresham, graduated from the University of Texas with a degree in ceramic engineering. His first job was with Acme Brick as a regional production manager or engineer, field engineer. He was located in Shreveport. After several years, they moved him to Fort Worth, and he pretty much headed up their production side. He stayed there until 1963. In '63, he was hired to go to Henderson, Texas, where I now live, and become the production manager for a company, Henderson Clay Products. He was there and eventually became the president and general manager, and was there when Boral Bricks purchased the Henderson facility and stayed on for a few years there, and actually was even on the board at Boral. And I guess that's how I kind of got in the brick industry. I probably teethed on a brick. I've been in it all my life.
Oh, that's awesome. Now, when you started, how old were you when you first started in the brick industry?
Well, my first job was at a fishing camp for Henderson Clay Products. I wasn't old enough to work in the brick plant. I worked there until I was 18. I probably started there in the late 60s and continued to work for the plant and all the way through college, Christmas holidays, spring breaks, summer vacations, if you want to call it a vacation. And after graduation from Texas A&M, much to the dismay of my dad, being a Longhorn, I went to work at the plant in the engineering department and stayed there for a number of years in the engineering department, engineering and maintenance. And shortly after Boral bought it, they moved me into sales. I did direct sales, architectural sales, and then went into sales management. And after a number of years, about 18 years combined at Henderson, Clay, and Boral, I came to East Texas Brick. And this is my 13th year here at East Texas Brick.
Wow. Now back to talking about the, I think you shared with me before, not only were you assisting at the fishing part, but also cooking, cleaning, the whole works, right?
Well, being the youngest and the boss's son, I pretty much got to do a little bit of everything, gutting the fish and mopping the floors and washing dishes. And but it was a great life for a young kid, being living full-time at a fishing camp and getting to do a lot of fishing and meeting a lot of people in the brick industry, because this was a lodge that was solely for the purpose of entertaining customers and brick friends and that sort of thing. We had everything from the governor of Texas down to the guy spreading the mortar on the boards.
Very nice.
So,
what about a cool fishing story?
well, the ones that won't get me in trouble with the game and fishery people.
Yeah, let's do a safe one. Let's do a safe one.
I remember a number of years ago when Preston Smith was governor of Texas, we entertained his entourage and Attorney General of the state and on down. And once again, being the youngest, I ended up with his pilot to take fishing. And that's the day I learned a lot about meteorology. Being a pilot, he knew a lot about meteorology. We were 8 or 10 miles down the lake fishing, and he said, "Buddy, do you know what a line squall is?" And I said, "No, I haven't the faintest." He said, "You're going to find out." And about 15 or 20 minutes later, after he asked me how fast the boat was run, we had to go to the bank in a pretty good rain and hailstorm. So,
What if you go back to what's some of the different positions you had at in the plant at Henderson?
well, I did a little bit of everything. Starting out, I jigged brick, I hacked brick, worked all over the plant, and ended up in the maintenance department and then the engineering department. I went through Texas A&M through the School of Architecture and Construction, and that was a pretty good fit for the engineering department. At the time, we were in the phase of expanding a lot of the plants and retrofitting them, and it was a lot of fun because I was able to design buildings and see them constructed and then put the equipment in them and work with my dad and the other people there to get the facilities in a position where we could do the things we wanted to do. And this was also the time when gas prices were starting to change a little bit, fuel cost, and we retrofitted a lot of the equipment, the old tunnel kills with Tempest burners and that sort of thing. So there was a lot of learning, a lot of fun, getting to see the process from one end to the other.
Very nice. No, and now in the position you are today, that still holds true, doesn't it?
Yeah. One thing that I've had the privilege of doing, not only being on the production side of the brick business, but also the sales, and that sales started out with a manufacturer. And now that I'm in the distribution market, I've seen it from just about all sides, all the different aspects. And one thing I found to be true, when I call a plant and they tell me they can't have the product on time because a widget's messed up, I can pretty well tell if they're telling the truth or not. So,
Yeah.
anyway.
Yep. What about, tell us, you're a family man? Tell us a little about your family.
Yes, I'm happily married for 24, going on 25 years. My wife and I had our first date in the 7th grade.
Wow.
We dated for 11 years because she couldn't make up her mind. And we have one child, a son. I'm proud to say that he got his acceptance letter to Texas A&M
Oh, that's great.
a couple of weeks ago. He'll be a freshman down there next fall. We're a golfing family. We all golf together and play together, so that's a lot of fun.
That is. Now, you mentioned some time back about your dad. Now, your dad had a pretty rigid schedule. You know, you didn't get a chance to do a lot of golf with him, right?
Well, he didn't have a lot of hobbies. He was a brick guy in the true sense of the words. When he worked at Acme after we moved to Fort Worth, he would get in the car or the plane on Monday morning or Sunday night even, and a lot of times we wouldn't see him again until the following Friday night or Saturday night. I can't remember exactly how many plants Acme had at that time in production, but I think he made every one of them every week, or at least that's what it seemed like. So.
Now we'll shift gears a little bit. Now we've got an election coming up. In fact, a couple weeks away.
Yes, we do.
We're at mid October right now, or late October. How's your business been here in East Texas?
We've been very blessed. We are very thankful. It's not where we would like it to be. It's not where it was. Our high water year was 06. We had a good 07, and we're okay in 08. Once again, it's not where we all want it to be, but seeing what's happening in other parts of the country, we certainly feel like we're blessed.
We get to travel a lot and go through and see a lot of the brick distributors over the country. One of the things I've noticed about you guys is how diversified you guys are.
Yes, Morris Cates, the owner, a number of years ago, he and his partner saw the need for diversification, and he had some talented people on board, and he, through them and with their ideas, they started bringing in more products and moving the business around. Not only in the brick industry with not only residential and commercial sales, but they had a great eye for bringing in products, accessory products, and things that to make it kind of a one-stop shop here in East Texas. We're in somewhat of a rural market, and people can't always get a lot of the things they want without going to Dallas, Houston, Shreveport, or what have you. So we try to fill that bill. We carry a lot of diverse products, and then beyond the brick business, we're sitting in the patio center here where we sell patio furniture and spas and outdoor cooking facilities and barbecue pits and hammocks, and it just goes on and on and on. And we're very heavy into the fireplace business, which is somewhat of a natural progression in the brick industry. We sell the zero clearance units, we sell gas logs, we sell all the accessories that go with them. We sell a lot of Rumford fireplaces, and we're very proud to represent Iskern, the modular fireplaces. And we also install a lot of these units. So that's helped us to keep people busy and keep money coming in. We branched out a number of years ago with Monier Life Tile roof tile and the Hanson roof tile. And
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yes, and even those are both concrete products, and we have clay tile through US Tile and Claymex tile.
Okay, and it's absolutely a gorgeous place. I mean, this is a fun place to come when I come. I kind of try to hold Peggy back, my wife, when she comes in. She's already bought things several times, and she goes through and sees cute things, you know. And even today, I thought something cool for Rick Connor, maybe for Christmas. You know, you got a lot of different products, which is really neat. Henderson, is Henderson Brick Plant still running today?
Yes, it is. The Boral facility there is up and running. It was closed down for a while this summer. It's a lot of plants across the country were, but my understanding is that it's at full production again.
Okay. And when Henderson was running, was it more than one plant? Did it have several plants that got bought into the Boral family?
Yes, when I was at Henderson Clay Products at the time of the sale, we had the main plant in Henderson. We had a facility in Marshall, Texas, one in Muskogee, Oklahoma, one in Union City, which was later closed, and now they built a new plant there. And there was a plant in Gleason, Tennessee, and there was an old dry press plant in Ferris, Texas, just south of Dallas.
Yeah, let's go to, how about a non-brick related, something that you've experienced or done, or someone that, give you an example, throw one at you. I know there's a gentleman you know that my son Logan really wants to meet someday. with the Texas Rangers? That's a good friend of yours, or?
Yeah, we've had the honor of knowing a gentleman here based in Longview, Texas. He's a retired Texas Ranger. His name's Glenn Elliott, and he's quite a colorful character. And when you told me y'all were going down through Waco, I suggested that you
Yeah, we did.
visit the Ranger Hall of Fame. And Glenn's obviously shared a few stories with us through the years, and they put a book out about him a couple of years ago. I believe the name of it's A Ranger's Ranger,
Okay.
and it's a fun read. But there's a lot of things that the Texas Rangers have done throughout the course of history, and it's fun to track that and see how it started and where it is today.
Oh, it's amazing stories. How about something cute, non-brick related that you've had happen, or some fun story to share?
One thing I did learn, when you go see a comedian, you never make eye contact. Last year at the forum, at the the banquet the last night, my boss and his wife chose a table up close to the stage. We were sitting with Albert and Glenn with Tri-State Brick, and my boss kept looking up at this comedian who was a ventriloquist, had his dummies up there. Little did I know I was going to become the dummy. Morris kept looking at him and changed a little verbiage with him, and before I knew it, I was on stage, and I was the mannequin. And I really appreciate Morris for that. And once again, don't ever make eye contact with a comedian, especially if he's a ventriloquist.
Well, you'll appreciate this. I was there to witness that. I was at the Carolina Forum last year.
Yeah, that goes in the Hall of Shame.
Oh, you did great. You did great. Well, speaking of the Hall of Shame, we got you upgraded. That we got you now in the Brickman's Hall of Fame. We picked 4 or 5 individuals for 2008, and today you have your own Brickman's Hall of Fame brick for 2008. And we want to say welcome to the Brickman's Hall of Fame.
Thank you.
So we'll
Thank
be kicking that off. That is yours.
I'll display it with great honor.
We'll be kicking that off at the Carolina Forum. We're going to have a hospitality suite, and we're going to do the interviews. You and a few other gentlemen that have been a part of it, we'll name later, but we'll actually have that in a video going through. So we'd like to invite you and any guests or anybody you want to bring to the Carolina Forum right now and come see our hospitality suite. And maybe this year, we did last year, we put some capes on a few people and fly. So I don't know, we might do that again this year.
Do you have
we'll
any
see.
triple XL?
We've got some. We could get you flying. Trust me. Trust me. So we get you flying. But if you had to give any advice to anybody out there today, or especially the salespeople out there that are coming to the business, any advice you'd want to give them or share with them in the industry today?
Once I moved into sales, I found out that, and I had been told this in the past, but you know how you're told things and you don't really understand them. But one thing that I've truly found to be true is that people buy from people. They don't necessarily buy from companies. And it's the relationships you build over time. It's the people you get to know. It's how you sell yourself to those people, the knowledge base you have, the things you know, and how you're able to help them with that. And once you build the relationships, a lot of the other things are secondary. We've been very fortunate here at East Texas Brick in that we have a number of manufacturers that have given us their trust in their product lines, and so we have a lot to offer, and that just it enables us to build. It helps us with those relationships that we have a lot to offer them, a lot of backing, so to speak. But it all boils down again to relationships and what you do. You have to sell yourself first before you can sell your product.
You'll see that's been a repeated, we've heard that many times. One of the things, share a cute story with you with your name, that's affected me a little bit over time, has got me tongue-tied a little bit, is that, you know, and a lot of people when I call, I believe in relationships and those kind of things, so a lot of people become buddies of mine, or I think of them as buddies or friends and relationships. So when I actually see someone, I'll say, hey buddy, thanks buddy, or I'll see you later buddy. Well, now knowing you as buddy, like Rex who works here, I'll say, Rex, hey, thanks a lot, buddy. I'll talk to you later. I don't want Rex to think I'm not thinking of his name is Rex.
Well, that's why
Mistaken
people,
for you.
that's why people named Buddy don't like to drive. Hey, buddy, what are you doing?
Goes back through.
Yeah.
Well, buddy, you've been absolutely a treat, and I could truly say a buddy of mine, and I just want to thank you so much for taking time to be with us today and being a part of Brick Clips and the show, and welcome to the Brickman's Hall of Fame.
Well, thank you, and we do appreciate the things that Masonry Cosmetics is doing for us, and a whole new avenue of prospects and possibilities for our company. We've been very intrigued by your process and by your products, and it's already paid dividends for us, and we look forward to a very nice, mutually rewarding relationship with you and your company.
Oh, thank you. That's very kind. Welcome back to Brick Clips, and you're watching a special edition of the inductees for 2008 for the Brickman's Hall of Fame. And I hope you just enjoyed watching Buddy as much as we did. Buddy also gave me some help on how to choose a Texan hat. Let's watch. All right, buddy. Now, here's something you got to help me with, okay? When Bob and I first came down to Texas, we had to go buy some cowboy hats, okay? And this is my nice cowboy hat that I got. And I was going to do a Texas version with you, but what I've been told is this is not a true cowboy hat. Everybody, in fact, has laughed at me when they saw this hat that I've had on. I don't know if it's laughing at me because it's funny looking on me, or it's just the hat itself. Now, can you truly tell me where I've gone wrong as far as the cowboy hats?
Well, I think if you watch TV very much, you'll see a gentleman from Australia that known as Crocodile Dundee that wears that hat. I don't want to go much deeper into that, but I think that'd be more in tune in the Australian outback.
All right, so then what should I look for when I go to look for a hat?
Well, let's see. You kind of look like a bull rider. A bull rider is going to have a big brim, and it's going to be a real tall crown, and it's going to be bent down front and back where you can grab a hold of it and really sock it down right before you get on the bull.
So I'm going to look for a bull rider hat.
There you go.
And is there any particular brand?
Well, Resistol is always good. There's a number of good brands, but all Texas made.
All Texas made, like Stenson? Someone said, am I saying it right, Stenson?
No, that's getting up in the high cotton. Yeah, but
maybe I want to be in low cotton.
Stetson.
All right.
Yeah, here we go.
You heard it here first, East Texas Brick. Thank you for watching our Brickman's Hall of Fame version of Brick Clips. You have now watched 3 inductees into the Brickman's Hall of Fame.